A couple of days ago marked the anniversary of D-Day, 80 years to be in fact, when all those brave men went over and took part in the largest land invasion in human history, Operation Overlord. It's just insane to think about. I could not imagine being there, and of course I thank them, along with hopefully a lot of other people, for everything that they did. Now, before Call of Duty, we got Medal of Honor, and I thought this week especially, I've been very busy with work, unfortunately, so I couldn't get this out on the 6th of June. I wanted to, but I got it now, okay, so calm down. Medal of Honor was actually conceived and created by Steven Spielberg, and he had the idea whilst he was making the World War II film Saving Private Ryan, and the rest is history. We received Medal of Honor in 1999, and in 2000 Medal of Honor Underground, which, in my opinion, is not as good as the first game. I think the first game is really cool for the PlayStation 1. It had some pretty cool mechanics, which you will see during this gameplay. I was kind of fighting with the controls, trying to figure out... Like, it's been a very long time since I have played this game. But Medal of Honor 1 for the PS1 was just so well done on the PlayStation. It worked incredibly well. People were always talking about it at school. It took great inspiration from GoldenEye, which that's how Steven Spielberg sort of like thought, that looks pretty cool. And he watched his son play GoldenEye on the N64, and then his idea for Medal of Honor started to take place. It was a passion project of Spielberg whilst he was working on Saving Private Ryan, and the development began in 1997, and then 3 years later, the game came out. Well, 2 years later, the game came out, and the rest is history, man. I would like to see this game remade with modern graphics. I would like to see that. I would play that, I'll be honest. Now, when it originally released, it received obviously a positive score. It's around 92 out of 100 on Metacritic now anyway, and it garnered universal acclaim. It also had a cool multiplayer mode, which my friend always dominated me at. The music is very nostalgic and dark and menacing in places. It's very well done. It's got some pretty epic music. The game sold around 200,000 copies in the UK alone, and it received an award for outstanding achievement in sound design, because like I said, the sound design is on point. The weapons sound good, the voices on there sound pretty cool, pretty clear. The music is just, I keep talking about the music, but the music, man, just listen to it. Medal of Honor has been ranked as the 20th best shooter game of all time by IGN. Now, usually IGN ain't got a freaking clue what they're talking about, but I can see Medal of Honor being within the top 20 as an absolute possibility. It's been credited with popularizing the trend of World War II shooters, and obviously it created the series of Medal of Honors, which unfortunately is no more. We had Medal of Honor Underground, which came out a year later. Then there was Medal of Honor Allied Assault, which was badass. Medal of Honor Frontline, Medal of Honor Rising Sun, Infiltrator, Pacific Assault, European Assault, Heroes, Vanguard, Airborne, Heroes 2, the rebooted Medal of Honor in 2010, which was actually really good. I really liked that reboot. Then there was Medal of Honor Warfighter, which was a bit meh, and then Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, which I have never played, to be honest. But unfortunately, that was it. That was the end of it. And, well, that's it. If you have not played Medal of Honor on the PS1, it's definitely worth picking up a backup copy. The famous backup copy. It's definitely worth picking up a backup copy to play. It's pretty simple levels. You have mission objectives that you can do. Obviously, the field of view isn't great, and the view distance that you can see isn't great. But you can strafe. You move about using obviously the D-pad, and you can hold R1 to be able to actually aim. No, sorry, R2. R1 is strafe right. L1 is strafe left. But you can actually aim and shoot people in the face, or shoot them in the dick. You know, whatever takes your fancy. And you can jump on this game and do all this type of stuff that you couldn't usually do in shooters back then. Obviously, the PS1 isn't sort of renowned for its first-person shooters, but Medal of Honor is definitely one of the best ones. There's a lot of fun to be had with the game. Like I said, Medal of Honor Underground, I don't think it was as good, and there has been ports of the games. There was also Medal of Honor Underground on the Game Boy Advanced, but it is rough. Yeah, the Medal of Honor Infiltrator was on the Game Boy Advance, but there's been GameCube games, there's been Wii games, and it's just unfortunate that the Medal of Honor franchise as a whole is just gone. Upon researching the game, apparently because Medal of Honor Warfighter was such a critical and commercial failure, the CEO at the time, Peter Moore of Electronic Arts, basically said, "Oh, we're taking Medal of Honor series, we're taking that out of rotation because of its poor reception in game sales. Not, oh, that game people didn't like. I know, well, let's take it back to its roots. Let's try something different. Let's try something new. Let's actually make a good game." No, EA just like, "Nah, we'll just sell more footballers on FIFA. That'll do it." EA have like drastically gone downhill a lot. They used to make some really great games about 20 years ago. So did Ubisoft. They used to make some incredible games, and now they are both synonymous with being greedy, corporate, absolute evil entities, and it's such a shame. Medal of Honor is a fantastic PlayStation 1 game, well worth it for a game collector if you want to pick it up, and it's still well worth playing. There is fun to be had with it. It has a complete individual personality to itself, and it's a fantastic World War II shooter. But please let me know in the comments down below, have you ever tried out Medal of Honor? And if so, let me know. Let's talk about it. I still have very fond memories playing this one in 1999 and 2000s, especially with friends. It was always funny and always a great time. And as always, thank you very much for watching.